The following is an Eagle Media presentation. High school basketball is live. Welcome to the Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Game of the Week. Now let's go live to the gym for high school hoops right here on Salina Post Sports.
It is another game of the week here. It's sub-state action, and it is a sub-state championship in Chapman featuring the 4A girls. The Chapman Lady Irish tonight take on the Mulvane Wildcats. Hello and welcome into Chapman's District Gymnasium. My name is Devin Haney, along with Isaac Van Meter and also Trey Tolley. We will bring you this 4A sub-state championship tonight between a couple of teams wearing their green, the Mulvane Wildcats and the Chapman Lady Irish. 16 teams in Class 4A girls play enter the arena tonight. We will cut that field in half, and those 8 teams that can pull off victories tonight will be in state tournament action coming up next week for the Kansas State High School Activities Association. Chapman got here via victory in the sub-state semifinal, 54-31 over the Rose Hill Rockets. For Chapman, it was their 15th victory of the season, and they did it behind a couple of dominating performances. One's by Jay Rogers, 22 points. She led all scores. Did the Chapman interior player. She also grabbed 9 rebounds and flirted with a double-double. Avery Bear, meanwhile, she had 7 points, but she did her usual Avery Bear thing. She got 8 assists. She is now 2 assists shy of tying the all-time single-season record in assists. Avery Bear, the senior point guard, already has the career record in assists here at Chapman, so just 2 more to tie and get the single-season assist record. Chapman led by 10 at the end of the first quarter after this game was 7-6. Rose Hill had a 1-point lead, and then Chapman ripped off a 13-0 run, leading by 10 at the end of one. They held on to that 11-point lead at halftime, 31-20, and then owned the third quarter. They only gave up 4 points to the Lady Irish defense in the third quarter. They led 45-24 at the end of 3 and then put it on cruise control for the 54-31 victory over the Rose Hill Rockets on Tuesday. The Mulvane Wildcats, they also got a victory on Tuesday as they were able to hold off a pesky Pratt team 49-45. Brittany Peschel, the sensational sophomore for Mulvane, had 19 points. That was able to break a 2-game losing skid for the Mulvane Wildcats as Peschel and her team able to advance on and get their 15th win of the season. They come in also with a 15-9 record. Mulvane comes to the gym tonight here in Chapman out of the Ark Valley Chisholm Trail League. It is division number 4. Last year this team was 11-10, and they were playing in the AVCTL Division 3. So a change of divisions there in the Ark Valley Chisholm Trail League for Mulvane, and they have come back and they have played much better. They lost 4 seniors off that 11-10 squad a year ago, and they are a young group, but still have managed to get 15 wins on the season and find themselves in a position to play for a sub-state championship and a right to go to the state tournament. When you dig a little bit deeper in this Mulvane team, they are a young squad. They have 5 freshmen on their sub-state roster. They also have 4 sophomores and only 2 seniors with a couple of juniors. Kinley Kendrick, one of the seniors on this team. She's a 5'7" senior who averages 4 points and 2.5 rebounds a game. Also Kylie Schwanke, another senior on this team. She's a 5'6" forward who averages 9 points a game. She's the second leading scorer on the team and also 4.5 rebounds. Round out your starting lineup for Mulvane under the direction of head coach Nicole Peschel. Juliana Holman, 5'2" sophomore, 6.5 points a game, also 2.5 rebounds. Also, Sophia Comer, a 5'6" freshman, 2.5 points a game, 3.5 rebounds. And then the motor that makes this Mulvane Wildcat team run, it is sophomore Brittany Peschel, 5'5" sophomore, is the leading scorer. Also leads the team in assists and steals. Brittany Peschel gets 17 points a game, 6.5 assists per contest, 3 steals, and 3.5 rebounds. So this is going to be a matchup of 2 point guards and 2 guards that are very capable of scoring in Peschel and Bear, but they are also very capable of getting their teammates involved in the action as well, as they are both averaging over 6 assists on the season to start out here and to go through their years. But the big difference is Avery Bear looking at maybe her last game. If she cannot win this one with her Lady Irish, Brittany Peschel, only a sophomore, she will continue to play on, but I'm sure they both desperately want to go to the state tournament. We will take a timeout. When we come back, we will meet the starters from Chapman. We'll also have insight from Isaac Van Meters. He will join us. It's all coming up when we come back. We are just about ready for Sub-State tournament action. The Sub-State championship game from Chapman is brought to you tonight by Kirsten Day at Homefront Real Estate Group, your trusted partner in finding the place you'll love to call home. It's Kirsten Day at Homefront Real Estate Group. Back with more from Chapman after this on the Salina Post Sports Network.
Looking to buy or sell your home? Make your next move with someone who knows the market, knows the community, and puts you first. Kirsten Day with Homefront Real Estate Group. Whether you're upsizing, downsizing, or searching for that perfect first home, Kirsten brings local expertise, strong communication, and a client-first approach that makes the process smooth and stress-free. Call Kirsten Day at Homefront Real Estate Group today, your trusted partner in finding the place you'll love to call home. Homefront Real Estate Group. Unlock your happy.
It's hard to find better HVAC service in central Kansas than KVK Incorporated. Located in Woodbine, Kansas, KVK has been locally owned and family operated since 1996. They're certified York dealers that also have the expertise to work on any and all brands and models. KVK's iWave air purification system provides clean, safe air that's free of bacteria and viruses, as well as dirt, dust, pollen, and other allergens. All that without the use of chemicals. Call KVK Heating and Air Conditioning today and let their family help yours.
All right, here we go. Steve Z's Cars on the west side of Abilene. Yeah, Abilene Car Sales is the place that will save you lots of money.
Warmer weather is here at Abilene Car Sales. Lots of sunshine means it's time to spring into the fun. Abilene Car Sales is ready to help you find that perfect vehicle for summer fun. Add a reliable truck to pull that camper or boat. Perhaps upgrade your current ride to something a little more fuel-friendly. Stop by and save on Northwest 3rd or see our inventory, AbileneCarsales.com. And spring into fun.
Age is good.
Back here at Chapman's District Gymnasium, Devin Haney along with Isaac Van Meters. We get ready for Sub-State Championship basketball here featuring Mulvane and the Chapman Lady Irish. We met the Mulvane starters for you. It's Holman, Peschel, Kendrick, Schwenke, and Comer. For the Chapman Irish, they will start out with Callie Cook, a 5'11 sophomore, 6 points, 3 rebounds a game, along with Josie Bear, 6 points, 2.3 rebounds a game, and also a deep threat from three-point land. She would hit the only 2 3-pointers the other night, Tuesday, when they were able to beat Rose Hill. Jay Rogers, the leading scorer, 14.5 points a game. She also leads the team in rebounding and steals, almost 10 rebounds a contest, 2.5 assists. Adeline Kirkpatrick, 9.5 points a game, also 6.4 rebounds. And Avery Bear, 6.2 points a game, also 5.5 assists, 3.5 rebounds. She leads the team in blocks and steals as well. Those are your starters for Jason Grider, the first-year head coach of the Chapman Irish. Isaac, we all know the story. This Chapman team, 3 wins a year ago. Insert Jason Grider from the football field. He is in his second year at Chapman as the football coach. He is in his first year as the girls basketball coach, and a big, big turnaround for this Lady Irish squad who now have a chance to defend their home court here tonight.
Yeah, this is a big deal for the community. Coach Grider's been a great coach for these girls all year long. I think last year they didn't have quite the coaching approach. Coach Grider's a very intense guy, as you can see from him on the football field. Seen a lot of success from him this year. I don't want to say it was unexpected, but it surely wasn't expected that they would come out here and possibly be playing for a spot in the state tournament next week. And I think this game is going to all come down to whether or not they can get inside the post again like they did on Tuesday. Every scoring opportunity they got on Tuesday was from 3 feet away from the basket. If we can hit some shots from the outside, great, but I want to see them work it on the inside tonight.
This Chapman team doesn't really have a big dominant presence inside, but they have an athletic presence in Jay Rogers. We've seen that a lot. We talked about it in the game on Tuesday. Adeline Kirkpatrick, Jay Rogers, they do a great job down on the blocks, and those are 2 guard-sized players that have adapted the way they play to fit the needs of this Chapman team. Since they don't have a dominant big girl, it's really kind of a 5-guard lineup, and it makes them dangerous when they get out and run the floor.
The most dangerous part about them is just their athleticism. I mean, Jay Rogers probably has a higher vertical than I do.
Yeah.
And, you know, that's just what it comes down to, is just their athleticism on the court. They're all fast. They can all jump. Jay Rogers is going to be dunking the ball next year. So
it's a lot of green. Mulvane comes in wearing their road green jerseys trimmed in black and white. Chapman wearing their home whites trimmed in green and gray. We're underway. Mulvane wins the tip. They will drive to the basket, and a shot that is put up and blocked. Kinley Kendrick went to the rim, and there was Avery Barrett to knock it away, but now Avery turns it over when she's coming down to set offense for Chapman. Here comes Mulvane back the other way. Boy, the Wildcats must have got away with a traveling violation there down on the block. A long three-pointer on the kickout is no good, and the rebound taken in by Jay Rogers. This crowd here in Chapman, they are ready to go. Big student body, and it is electric here in the District Gymnasium in Chapman tonight. Great atmosphere. It was Tuesday night as well. Bear with the basketball on the left-hand side. Gets around a double team, plays it back to the free throw line to Rogers. Cook had it top of the circle. Now she'll bounce it off on the right elbow to Kirkpatrick. Shot clock running down. It's now at 5. Kirkpatrick has it. She'll bounce it into Rogers. Jay on the drive. Off the window. Can't get it to go. Tries to get her own rebound. She does. Chased it out about 15 feet away. Skip pass over the top of the defense over to Avery Bear. We are at the 6:54 mark, just a little over a minute in, looking for the first points. Bear with it in the deep corner here, near side. Now she'll play it around. Back to Rogers, top of the circle. Man-to-man defense here being applied by Mulvane. Back into Rogers. She goes up strong and scores. Jay Rogers off the feed and the give and go scores the first 2 of the game. Now a drive by Peschel inside. She gets knifing through a double team and takes the tie right back, 2-2. Josie Bear with it on the left-hand side, working a little pick and roll. Now she's going to unleash a 3. That's off the left-hand mark, no good. Rebound going to be tapped out of bounds. It will stay here with Chapman off the hand of a Mulvane player down low. Kylie Schwenke had a shot at it, couldn't contain it. So it'll be Rogers on the inbound underneath the basket here. Chapman running some baseline offense. Rogers with a ball above her head, plays it up to Callie Cook. Cook takes a couple of dribbles back to the middle of the floor, heels on the logo now here on Chapman's home floor. Bear with a pick with Kirkpatrick, little pick and roll. Adeline had it, jump stopped, and she is fouled, shoved off the block, and the first foul of the basketball game will go against Mulvane. Kylie Schwenke guilty of the foul for the Wildcats. That's the first foul of the contest. Almost 2 minutes into this game. 6:07 left to go here in the first quarter. Glad you could join us for a Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Game of the Week. Here's a turnover on the inbound. Chapman's second turnover. Taken away by Peschel. She goes for a left-handed fadeaway on the block, and it's going to be blocked by Cook. Up the floor, Bear with a cross-court pass. She finds little sister Josie unleashing the 3. That's no good, and a long rebound ends up in a run-out for Juliana Holman. Here comes Holman with it. Now she'll yield to Peschel, top of the screen. Peschel looks over at head coach Nicole Peschel, or mom. Now goes back to the left-hand side, and a three-pointer that's put up by Mulvane. That's strong, no good. Battle for the rebound, won by Kirkpatrick and Chapman. There's a one-handed pass up the floor to Cook. Callie Cook finds the left-hand elbow. Her 15-footer soft, no good. Ball on the floor. 4 people down after that basketball, and the arrow will keep it with Chapman. Isaac, it just feels like these two teams right now, kind of like boxers, just feeling each other out in the early going.
Yeah, it's back and forth, back and forth. They're missing a lot of opportunities down here, but I do like what I'm seeing from Chapman right now. They're trying to pound it on the inside, and I like to see that they're getting a lot of open looks. They just got to finish.
Josie Bear inside. It's a contested turnaround for Rogers. She was on the left-hand side of the basket, turned to the lane side and not the block side, and left that one a little bit short. Now a rebounding foul will be called on Chapman against Adeline Kirkpatrick. Kirkpatrick battled some foul trouble Tuesday. They cannot afford that tonight.
No, they can't. She's going to be one of the role players in this game, as she likes to take it down low, and she's just as valuable as Jay in some ways. But she gets a lot of rebounds, and they can't have her in foul trouble early, because even though we have a deep bench, we want to dig into their bench, not dig into ours.
Peschel gets an open 3. She knocks it down for Mulvane. The Wildcats up now 5-2. Chapman back down on their offensive end. Here's Callie Cook trying to offer an answer. Her three-pointer won't go down. A rebound, 3 Wildcats on the inside. It's controlled by Schwenke. Here comes Peschel again. Boy, she is relentless going to the basket. Left that one short on the right-hand side. Kirkpatrick will clean it up for Chapman. Now a long pass up the floor. Rogers shoved in the back. No foul called, and Rogers ends up underneath the basket against the wall nearly, and they come away, no whistle. Officials letting them play through that contact. Peschel again. She's guarded by Josie Bear up top. Sophomore on junior there. Peschel leads the team in scoring this season, also led this Mulvane team in scoring as a freshman last year. Now a three-pointer put up by Schwanke is good. And back-to-back three-pointers by Mulvane, and they have sprinted out to a 6-point lead. It is 8-2, our score, as Mulvane right now getting all of their action seemingly, other than that one drive by Peschel, 2 3-pointers to get that 6-point lead.
Yeah, it's practically complete opposite right now. All of our points, which is only 2, but they've both come from the inside so far, and they just hit 2 threes, and we just can't allow that to happen, especially in transition off the first shot.
Our community partners in bringing you Chapman Lady Irish basketball here on Salina Post is USD 473 Chapman Schools. They do what's best for all kids: high academic success, school-run business opportunities, and a culture of caring for students. Also, KVK Heating and Cooling in Woodbine. They're a family-owned and operated business, and they have been in business since 1996. Aid Station Pub and Pizza in Chapman. Monthly special in March, $2 off a large cheese or veggie pizza. They are open in the evenings, Monday through Friday, from 4 until 8 o'clock. Back to action, 8-2. Chapman trailing here by 6. Josie Bear has it on the left-hand side. Looking for help. Here's Rogers now popping out, top of the circle, center of the floor. She'll go to the right-hand wing to Avery Bear. Little pick-and-roll opportunity there. Not much working, though. Cook has it on the left. She tries a pick-and-roll with Kirkpatrick. Shot up, and she is fouled. Adeline Kirkpatrick that time got caught underneath the rim enough where it was kind of right-hand, left-hand split-second decision-making. She went up with the right, drew the foul, now stands at the free-throw line. Kirkpatrick on the foul, Kinley Kirkpatrick on the foul from Mulvane. Adeline Kirkpatrick at the free-throw line for Chapman. She sinks the first. Chapman in their game against Rose Hill on Tuesday, 10 of 18 from the free-throw line. They get a 2-for-2 start here from Addie Kirkpatrick. 3:38 left to go here in the opening quarter. Mulvane wearing their all-green jerseys, trimmed in black. Here's a steal. Adeline Kirkpatrick takes it away, being chased by 3 Wildcats. She'll tap the break, wait on her teammates. There's Rogers down the paint. Extra pass, Josie Bear. Corner 3, splashes it home. Josie Bear hit the corner 3 after Rogers kicked it out, and Chapman is back within 1. It's a little 5-0 run for Chapman since head coach Jason Grider's timeout. Mulvane trying to run offense in front of that big Chapman student body on the far side. Wildcats, shot clock down to 10. Here's a ball that nearly got poked free. Now back out, Peschel has it. Long 3 on the way, and it goes home. Brittany Peschel ignoring the limits. Back to a 4-point Mulvane lead. And now a turnover for Chapman. That'll come back the other way. So Mulvane gets it back, leading by 4. Maybe the biggest difference right now in this first quarter is 3 turnovers, Isaac, for the Chapman Lady Irish.
Yeah, they're not getting out in transition like they were on Tuesday. Avery's only thrown 1 football pass so far, and they're just not converting as much, and it's resulting in turnovers.
Yeah, and that football pass, as you referred to, led to a 3-pointer open in the corner from Josie Bear. 11-7, 4-point Mulvane lead. They are working their offensive end once again. Peschel has it. She'll pull the trigger again and splashes it home. 3 3-pointers for Brittany Peschel, and they have all looked the same going through the net. And Chapman will have to do something about the sophomore guard from Mulvane. They are back up by 7 with 2:16 left to go, and it's another 30-second timeout as Peschel right now leading the way for this Mulvane team. She's been impressive so far.
Yeah, they're gonna have to figure out something to stop her. They're gonna start having to double team her. I don't know what they're gonna have to do, but whatever they have to do to stop her from scoring is just what's going to have to happen.
Kirsten Day, Homefront Real Estate Group, bringing us Lady Irish basketball here tonight on the Salina Post Sports Network. She's your trusted partner in finding the place that you'll love to call home. Also, Amanda West Agency of State Farm Insurance in Abilene. Amanda supports all student athletes in Dickinson County, and Keating Chiropractic in Junction City and Manhattan. Chapman with the basketball back, biggest deficit of the game so far. They are down 14-7. 2:05 left to go, and now a moving screen up top. Chapman has gone to the bench here to bring a couple of players in. Abigail Gaston is into the game for Chapman. Also into the game is senior Ivy Beck. So another turnover there for the Lady Irish, their 4th. of the night. And a foul on Gaston is her first. Second team foul. There's a poke and a steal. Second turnover for Mulvane as Rogers takes it away. Up the floor to Barrett. She fakes the three, goes inside to Gaston. Shot up, won't go down. Scrum for the rebound, being tied up. Still no whistle, and now finally a whistle and a foul. Foul on Gaston, and Abigail Gaston off the bench with quick fouls here, 2 of them, and she will have to go back to the bench, and Adeline Kirkpatrick back into the game. And that was one of those things. It was kind of a dual possession situation, but the referees let it go on long enough. It eventually turned into a foul.
Well, I like the initial look from Josie to kick it down low to Abigail. But at that point when it's a dual possession, why not just let it go? I mean, why risk a foul when you could just go down the court and now you're in foul trouble?
90 feet away.
Exactly.
Yeah, absolutely. Here's a steal now for Chapman. Avery Bear tries a corner three. That's no good. Kirkpatrick gets the rebound. She hands it off to Beck. Now another foul. This is called on the floor. This will be the third team foul coming up here on Mulvane, as we will get the foul called in here, and it will be on Kylie Schwenke, her second. So 2 fouls on Schwenke for Mulvane. She's a Wildcat starter, and she will come out of the game. Caitlin Paul will come into the game. She's a 5'8" sophomore off the bench, averaging 6 points and 5 rebounds a game. Here's Kirkpatrick now. Takes a dribble, improves her angle on the board. And Adeline Kirkpatrick scores her first field goal. 4 points for Addie. 1:05 left to play. Chapman back within 5 here. Here's a steal, Avery Bear. Ball on the floor, now it's loose. Mulvane and Chapman, 2 by 2. 4 people on the floor going after it. Now it ends up in the Wildcats if they bat it over to the corner. Back into the paint now. Mulvane stuck. Now they play it out to Peschel. Ivy Beck has drawn the defensive assignment now on Brittany Peschel. Mulvane running out of time on the shot clock. 5 seconds left to go. Short corner jumper is up, no good. Fight for the rebound, controlled down low, and a putback is also no good. Jay Rogers now with the rebound and a long outlet out to Avery Bear. Here comes Bear in the middle of the floor to Kirkpatrick. Addie bounce pass down to Ivy Beck. Back out to Rogers. Rogers a bullet pass down low to Kirkpatrick, who scores. Adeline Kirkpatrick getting the Lady Irish on her back. She has 6 points in the quarter. Back to a 3-point deficit for Chapman. Mulvane leading 14-11. 10 seconds left to go to close out the first quarter. Here's Peschel driving, stepping through and scoring. Brittany Peschel has all but 3 of Mulvane's points, and that will be the end of the first quarter as Chapman runs out of time. Mulvane riding the sophomore Brittany Peschel all the way through the first quarter. 16 points, and Mulvane leads 16-11 at the end of one. We'll take a timeout. When we come back, more Sub-State Championship basketball. It's coming up on the Salina Post Sports Network.
In central Kansas than KVK Incorporated. Located in Woodbine, Kansas, KVK has been locally owned and family operated since 1996. They're certified York dealers that also have the expertise to work on any and all brands and models. KVK's iWave air purification system provides clean, safe air that's free of bacteria and viruses, as well as dirt, dust, pollen, and other allergens. All that without the use of chemicals. Call KVK Heating and Air Conditioning today and let their family help yours.
All right, here we go. Steve Z's Cars on the west side of Abilene. Yeah, Abilene Car Sales is the place that will save you lots of money.
Warmer weather is here at Abilene Car Sales. Lots of sunshine means it's time to spring into the fun. Abilene Car Sales is ready to help you find that perfect vehicle for summer fun. Add a reliable truck to pull that camper or boat. Perhaps upgrade your current ride to something a little more fuel-friendly. Stop by and save on Northwest 3rd or see our inventory, AbileneCarsales.com, and spring into fun.
Back here at Chapman's District Gymnasium, Devin Haney, Isaac Van Meter, and boy, 13 points for sophomore Brittany Peschel. Mulvane starts out with the basketball. She has all but 3 of their points so far through that first quarter. Chapman pointing defense. Mulvane starts out with the basketball here in the second quarter. Peschel up top. Ivy Beck has come off the bench. The senior trying to shut her down. Now it's Kennedy Scholes actually on her defensively. There's a little up and under move on the inside, and a basket that is up and good. Sophia Comer inside scoring. Now a steal as Mulvane pulls it away. Comer with the basketball again. Off to Peschel, who was trailing. Launches a 3. That's no good. Rebound batted out of bounds. It'll stay here with Mulvane on their offensive end. 18-11 our score. Lob pass up high, ends up with Holman. She'll play it back around now to Peschel. Peschel a couple of dribbles, dragging Kennedy Scholes through all kinds of picks and screens. Scholes though right there with her defensively. And now a traveling violation will be issued on Mulvane. Sometimes you come off the bench and you find somebody on your bench that is very, very capable, and she's just the girl for the job. I think Kennedy Scholes right now may be the defensive assignment that Chapman needs for Brittany Peschel.
Yeah, she's fresh, and we have a deep bench. We have a lot of people who are kind of underrated, in my opinion. Kennedy Scholes can do a lot of those things. She's actually Jay's cousin, so she's got some of those athletic genes in her, and yeah, she's a great asset off the bench.
18-11, Mulvane leading it. Chapman has the ball swatted out of bounds. It will stay here with the Lady Irish on their offensive end. We're just underway, second quarter, 6:55 left to go. 18-11 Mulvane. High post entry for Kirkpatrick. She tries to go down low now. Rogers up and in. Another power move. Kirkpatrick, a high-low entry down to Jay Rogers, who elevates and scores. She has 4. 18-13. Callie Cook out top, working hard defensively on Holman. Now they go over to the corner. Comer has it. Boy, there is some sensational young talent in this game. Here's a pass inside, shot put up by Mulvane. That is no good. Rebound Rogers. She picks it up off the deck. Back the other way comes Avery Bear. And another moving screen called on Chapman and another turnover. Boy, we saw Rose Hill against Chapman Tuesday night have a problem of moving screens and turnovers. They had 5 of them in that game. Tonight, though, it looks like Chapman having those problems.
Yeah, the roles are sort of reversed in this game. Last game, Josie Bear took 4 of those illegal screen charges, kind of, and now it's just Chapman on the end of that, and they're going to have to clean that up if they want to stay within this game.
And unfortunately, not only a turnover, but that's also the second personal foul on Addie Kirkpatrick, so she will have 2 fouls and have to manage that. It's the first foul on either squad here in the second quarter. And now Mulvane has the ball swatted out of bounds as Scholl stuck her hand in there and knocked it away from Peschel. 6:06 left to go here in the second quarter. Mulvane will overload the weak side here of their baseline inbounds. Peschel pops out from the block. She has it. Now trying to take Scholes one-on-one. She'll have to pass it off to the corner to Kendrick. Kendrick drives to the paint. She'll play it back into the hands of Caitlin Paul, who turns it over. Paul was looking for Peschel that time, and she wasn't available. Scholes all over there defensively created that turnover with some defensive pressure. Turnover number 5 for Mulvane. Still a 5-point lead for the visiting Wildcats. Callie Cook has it along the baseline. Pick and roll with her and Rogers. Ball loose, and it goes off Rogers' last, out of bounds, and it's a turnover for Chapman, their 7th. So Mulvane gets it back. Peschel across the stripe, goes to the left, and an unforced turnover. She led Holman out of bounds. So the two teams exchanging turnovers here. 5:35 left to go in the second quarter. 18-13, still a 5-point lead. And to the scorers table to check in is Sophia Comer, one of the freshmen. She was in the starting lineup for the Wildcats in this game. Rogers and Bear working together, bringing it up across the timeline. Man-to-man defense once again by Mulvane. Cook has it now on the right-hand side. She'll find Kirkpatrick, top of the key. Now over to Avery Bear. Bear, ball above her head, looking inside. Have to put it on the deck now, take a couple of dribbles. Backdoor cut by Kirkpatrick. Extra pass for Scholes, and she buries the baseline jumper. Kennedy Scholes may be out there for defense right now, but now she's scoring. 2 points for Kennedy Scholes. 18-15, Chapman back within 3. 5 minutes left to go here in the second. Mulvane working, here's a drive. Avery Bear there to stop it. Shot up at the rim, no good. Look at Rogers just yank the rebound out. Boy, nobody was going to get that from Jay Rogers, but now her outlet pass leads Avery Bear out of bounds. Avery saved it, but Mulvane has it. Peschel now inside. Has her shot blocked. It's on the deck. Comer picks it up. Out for a 3. That's no good. Rebound Kirkpatrick. Chapman in a scrum there, and they survive as they come away now. Long pass up the floor. Here's Cook for 3. She got it to go! The pass from Avery Bear to Callie Cook. And it's another assist for Avery Bear. 18-18 our score, 4:23 left to go here in the second quarter. We are tied as Chapman has overcome a 7-point deficit as we step away. Back with more basketball on the Salina Post Sports Network after this.
It's hard to find better HVAC service in central Kansas than KVK Incorporated. Located in Woodbine, Kansas, KVK has been locally owned and family operated since 1996. They're certified York dealers that also have the expertise to work on any and all brands and models. KVK's iWave air purification system provides clean, safe air that's free of bacteria and viruses, as well as dirt, dust, pollen, and other allergens. All that without the use of chemicals. Call KVK Heating and Air Conditioning today and let their family help yours.
Back here in Chapman's District Gymnasium, Devin Haney, Isaac Van Meter, and boy, Avery Bear, she does this on a nightly basis, averaging 6 assists on a night. She needed 2 to tie the school record. She has done that here in this game now, and 2 of them leading into 3-pointers. That last one by Callie Cook was a big one. When you look at it, that's a terrible shot, right? You don't have any rebounders to help out if you miss. Callie Cook didn't have missing on her mind.
Yeah, but she can hit those from the outside. She's very versatile. She can work it on the inside, and in that case, all she had on her mind was knocking that shot down, and that's exactly what she did.
We are tied at 18 with 4:20 left to go here in the second quarter. Chapman has fought their way back from an 18-11 deficit. Now Scholes deflects the ball. Peschel gets it back, steps through a couple of defenders. Layup up, no good. Rebound being swatted back. Kennedy Scholes runs it down. Here's Avery Bear up the floor quickly. Callie Cook again, this time on the left-hand side. Cook's gonna let it fly. She splashes it home again. Callie Cook back-to-back threes, and Chapman leads by 3. Their first lead of the night. Mulvane trying to answer. Their 3 is up, no good. Rebound on the floor. There's Kennedy Scholes. And it's going to be a jump ball. Arrow belongs to the Lady Irish. You talk about a spark off the bench, my friend. Kennedy Scholes has brought that here tonight.
This game has been all about these little 5 to 7 point runs, and right now it's in Chapman's favor. Mulvane went on a couple of those, and now it's Chapman's turn.
It's a 10-0 run by the Lady Irish. Mulvane now has gone to a zone. Cook with it. Now Avery Bear. Bear underneath. Wide open pass to Rogers. Rogers went up a little too hard with that one. I think she was expecting contact, but she was wide open down low. Comes away, empty possession for the Lady Irish. Peschel now in the paint. She'll kick it out for a 3-pointer. Now a drive. Here's a shot block by Kirkpatrick. And right now, Chapman owning the rim on their defensive end. 3:10 left to go. Here's Avery Bear with a stop and pop. She hits a 3! Avery Bear gets her first points of the night. And all 5 Chapman starters have scored. 24-18. Here's a drive by Peschel, and a foul will be called as Peschel goes to the deck. What a run here by the Irish. It's a 13-0 run. Brittany Peschel will go to the free throw line. 13 points in the first quarter. Then enter Kennedy Scholes, who has shut her down. First free throw by Peschel is up and no good. That foul was on Kennedy Scholes. Some would say it's her first. I think she has 4 more left. What do you think? I mean, she has just brought in a physical defensive presence right now that Mulvane's having trouble with.
Yeah, no, Kennedy is bringing some fire off the bench right now, and I absolutely love to see it. I mean, she's just a sophomore, too. She's got 2 more years of this left. She's going to be a starter next year, and she's going to be an absolute motor for us next year.
That free throw stops a Chapman 13-0 run. 24-19, our score. It was a 6-point Chapman lead. Lady Irish now on offense. Pick and roll opportunity. Bear to Rogers. Count it. Nobody does it better. Avery Bear to Jay Rogers on the pick and roll. That's a no-look pass from Avery. She is now the school leader for season high. Season leader in assists. She already owns the career record. Give all the assist records to Avery Bear. 26-19, a 7-point advantage. Here's a 3 by Peschel. No good. Rogers inside. Out rebounds 2 Wildcats. Rogers will bring it up the floor herself. Now leave it off with Scholes on the right wing. 2:04 left to go. Kirkpatrick with it. She'll go left to Cook. Callie Cook got this run started with back-to-back 3-pointers, 1 from each side. Here's a drive now by Rogers. That ball a little too hard off the rim. It's going to be cleaned up. The rebound taken by Mulvane and Kinley Kendrick. 1:47 left to play before the intermission. Peschel looking over. at Coach Peschel, getting the call here. 4 fingers in the air, 26-19. Chapman leading by 7. They'll play it over to the right. Kendrick has it. Kendrick watching. Ball sticks there now to Peschel. There's a side step to the left for 3. That's up no good. Rebound inside and a foul call. Rogers went up and got the rebound. The foul will be called on Sophia Comer, who came crashing in. And we have not had enough fouls to be anywhere close to the bonus yet. That is just the first foul of the quarter on Mulvane. Chapman only has 2 fouls. It's also the first personal on the freshman Comer. Rogers and Bear in the backcourt once again. Gaston has come back into the game. Ivy Beck and Josie Bear also back into the game. Josie Bear takes a couple of test dribbles baseline. Now she gets around the defender, tries to leave it off on a soft pass to Beck, and it's stolen away. 8 turnovers for Chapman. We approach the 1-minute mark here in the second quarter. Here's a handoff to Peschel. Guarded closely by Bear. Those two dance back to the middle of the floor. Over to the left-hand side. Peschel has it, long distance. She plays it now to Lassiter, who is coming off the bench, and a reaching foul will be called on Ivy Beck. 3rd team foul for the Irish. And that is the first personal on Ivy Beck. So still another foul to give here for Chapman. Mulvane only has 1 team foul. 43 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Here's Peschel springing free, and she's going to score. Peschel now with 3 points here in the quarter, 16 for the game. 26-21, back to a 5-point Chapman lead. This game swung big time from Mulvane up by 7 to Chapman up by 7. Here's a backdoor cut, Gaston inside. I don't know how she got that shot up, but she did, then got her own rebound and was fouled, and she will go to the free throw line. What a play inside there by Abigail Gaston, get her own rebound. She'll shoot free throws. Caitlin Paul guilty of the foul for Mulvane. That's her first. Gaston's free throw is up and good. Just 20 seconds left here in the second quarter. Gaston can put Chapman back up here by their biggest lead if she can make this free throw. Second attempt on its way, off the heel, no good. Rebound Rogers. Rogers back to Gaston. Free throw line jumper, no good. And now a ball out of bounds. It's off of it's off of a Mulvane player. Ivy Beck giving chase, and it will stay here with Chapman on their own baseline. That will get Caitlin Paul up off the bench. She will come in, sprinting to the scores table for Mulvane. 14.9 on the clock. Opposite way entry, here's Avery Bear. Quick trigger from 3. Mulvane might have got a piece of that. Now a foul on the rebound. That will be called here on Ivy Beck. So Beck has picked up her second foul. Mulvane with the inbound, 10.9 left. They'll roll it in. Peschel will let it go as far as she can before she's picked up by Ivy Beck. Peschel picks it up. Now goes left, picks up her dribble. She's in trouble, finds a teammate. Holman now has it. Clock down to 3, down to 2. They dump it off inside. Turnaround shot is up and good at the buzzer by Caitlin Paul. 27-23. Mulvane with a couple of baskets there towards the end of the half. And both of these teams with a 7-point lead. Mulvane led it 18-11. Then Chapman went on a 13-0 run. They took a 7-point lead. And right now that lead is the Lady Irish 27, Mulvane 23 here at the break. And I think we've seen a couple of things on both sides, Isaac, that these coaches are going to talk about as they go to the locker room here at the intermission. I think the introduction of Kennedy Scholes into this game as a defensive specialist on Brittany Peschel. When Kennedy Scholes went out of the game, Peschel had only scored 1 point on her. Scholes fouled her. She went to the free throw line, went 1 of 2. That's the only thing Scholes gave up. The other thing was the second quarter 3-point shooting by Chapman offensively.
Well, the first thing he's obviously going to talk about is going to be just keeping Peschel under control. And like you said, the solution to that is going to be Kennedy Schultz tonight. He's also going to say that they need to limit the turnover battle. They've got a lot of turnovers here. I want to say last game they only had about 12 turnovers. They've almost topped that in the first half of this game already. So What it's going to come down to is consistency down low, and I want to see them hit some of those big shots from the outside too.
You look at scoring from the first half, 3 bench points so far for Chapman, 2 for Mulvane, so they're kind of even there as far as bench points goes. Most of the damage being done by the starting 5 on each of these squads. Turnovers also right now in the advantage of Mulvane, but that's just a +2 for Mulvane. The Wildcats have committed 6 turnovers. Chapman has committed 8 turnovers. And scoring right now for Mulvane, most of it belongs to Brittany Peschel. She had 16 of the 23 points that Mulvane was able to score. Kylie Schwanke chipped in 3. Sophia Comer chipped in 2. Caitlin Paul chipped in 2 for the Mulvane Wildcats as they hit the intermission. Chapman scoring so far. They have had 7 different players score in this game. 3 of them leading the way with 6 points, all from Callie Cook on a couple of threes. Jay Rogers has 6 points. Adeline Kirkpatrick has 6 points. 3 points for Josie Bear, 3 points for Avery Bear, 2 points for Kennedy Scholes, and a free throw for Abigail Gaston. Chapman from the free throw line in that first half was 3 of 4. Mulvane was 1 out of 2. And as I said, the turnover battle right now 8-6 in favor of Mulvane. They have 6. Chapman has 8. That brings us to our halftime score of 27-23. We will take a break, and when we come back, we'll have third quarter action for you. We're about 7 minutes away from starting the third quarter action. It's the Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Game of the Week, and it's presented tonight by Kirsten Day at Homefront Real Estate Group.
Winter travel can be treacherous if your tires are worn out. Stay safe with an inspection at Commercial Tire Company. Cold weather also drops the inflation in your tires. Get them checked today to avoid losing grip or damaging your tires. Commercial Tire will help keep you safe. For repairs that aren't tire related, our automotive and diesel mechanics will fix it right the first time. Commercial Tire Centers, West Crawford and North 9th, Salina.
Commercial Tire Centers, where service is everything.
We all make plans for the future, but car accidents, break-ins, and unexpected fires can disrupt those plans. At Shelter Insurance, our agents help design insurance plans that work for you and help protect what matters most. Shelter Insurance. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
Hey Salina, come see us at the Kelly Kitchener Agency near the intersection of Cloud and Ohio. We want to be your Salina, Kansas insurance agent.
New Image Audio is offering ceramic tint. If you're sending your child off to school or your wife on a road trip, ceramic tint offers heat rejection up to 90%, privacy in a college town or in the city, helps keep the wear down on the AC system, making your car easier to cool down. Never worry about your kid locking their keys in their car. With Drone Mobile, you can unlock their car from anywhere. Vehicle breakdown in an unknown area, GPS locating helps roadside service find your loved one quickly with the ability to send the vehicle location directly to the rescue squad. New Image Audio located at 340 South Broadway. Phone calls welcome.
Insurance is something we all need in our business, home, car, and life. But do you really understand what's covered? And most importantly, what you are paying for? Hi, this is Rob Carlson in the Salina office of Smart Insurance. Change is good, especially if you haven't looked at your insurance policy lately. I can help you understand what you need and where the gaps are in your coverage. We provide free quotes and take pride in looking out for you. Smart Insurance, with locations in Salina, Abilene, and Harrington. Give us a call today.
At AJ Honey Farms, the honey is just the beginning. From raw honey and wax melts to happy bee balm and beekeeping gear, they've got everything buzzing with local flavor. Whether you're soothing a sore throat, starting your own hive, or gifting something sweet to a loved one, AJ Honey Farms brings the bees and the kind of sweetness only they can bottle.
This is Alan from AJ Honey Farms right here at 901 North 9th Street in Salina, Kansas. We truly appreciate your continued support and thank you for choosing local.
APAC Kansas Incorporated has been building the heartland from the ground up for over a century. From the supply of aggregate materials, hot mix asphalt, and concrete to the construction of roads and bridges, we do it all. You've seen our trucks, and now we want to hire you. APAC in Salina is growing, and we are hiring for all positions. From truck drivers to mechanics, general laborers, and construction, APAC has your next career. For more details, visit the job links page at salinapost.com. Great pay and benefits, APAC is an equal opportunity employer.
4 walls and a roof can make a house, but a home, that's where life happens. First steps, backyard birthdays, morning coffee, sunsets on the porch. Home isn't something you buy, it's something you feel. And when it's right, you just know. For 22 years, Dan Goebel has helped people in Salina find that feeling. And now he's here to help you. Your home is out there. Dan Goebel knows the way. Call 785-819-1904 or visit Salina Homes to find your way home.
When the time comes to honor a life, Hire Scott Mortuary in Salina is here with care, compassion, and guidance every step of the way. Celebrate memories, cherish family, and find comfort in tradition. Hire Scott Mortuary, celebrating life, embracing legacy.
Close your eyes. Now, imagine yourself cheering from the bleachers at Salina South. Feel the pride of donning the colors of Salina Central. Picture the spirit of being part of the Sacred Heart community or the camaraderie at southeast of Saline. Envision the thrill of supporting El Saline or Bennington. Visualize the unity in rallying for Minneapolis High. Now, open your eyes and see yourself in team apparel from Messenger Total Promotions. Visit them in person in downtown Salina.
Sage is your go-to source for industrial strength cleaning products, ice melt, floor equipment, paper, asphalt, and just about everything in between. Whether you're a maintenance supervisor, a small business, or just wanting your home to look amazing, stop by 732 North 9th Street in Salina, where we will be happy to assist you. You can also visit us at sageselects.com or call us at 309-1919. Sage Products, the right call every time.
Ready to take your nursing career to the next level? Memorial Health System in Abilene is hiring full-time registered nurses for their hospital emergency department, and they've got the perks to match. Sign-on bonuses, shift and weekend differentials, a child care stipend, and tuition reimbursement to keep you moving forward. Bring your skills where they'll make the biggest impact, right here in Abilene. Apply today at srhc.com. That's srhc.com to apply for this opening at Memorial Health System in Abilene, taking care of you so you can take care of others.
At Vernon Jewelers, we believe jewelry is more than just an accessory. It's an expression of who you are. It's also a piece of your life that can be passed down through the generations. That's why our expert team is here to listen, understand, and help you find that piece that speaks to your story. We're not just your local jeweler. We're your neighbors, your friends, and your partners in celebrating life's precious moments. Vernon Jewelers in downtown Salina. In our 141st year, we are not old. We're just really good at what we do.
Lily Pad Septic, this is Callie. How can I help you flush today?
I just moved out here. I have no idea how this septic stuff works.
Totally normal. You're used to city sewer, right?
Yep, no idea what I'm doing.
Let me get you Flush the Frog. Call!
On it, Callie.
Flush the freakishly fast frog!
I'll hop right over. Most folks don't realize you've got to pump your tank out at least every 3 to 5 years, sir, or it backs up fast.
Is that why my toilet's gurgling?
Yep, you've got your own private sewage system now, and if you don't take care of it, well, let's just say it gets messy.
Thanks, Flush. Make sure Callie gives you a kiss when you get back.
Will do, sir.
At Lily Pad Septic, we guarantee to inspect your septic system within 24 hours.
Or your next pump out's free.
If you need a flush in a rush, call Lily Pad Septic.
LilyPadSeptic.com.
We'll be there in a splash.
Now, about that kiss.
Welcome back to Chapman. Halftime just about over here. Third quarter action right around the corner. It's the Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Game of the Week. Other games tonight, there's another one with live video on SalinaPost.com, and that is the Sacred Heart girls tonight. They are playing Conway Springs at Breen Academy in Elbing. Tyler Henry on the call on that. That's also with live stream video on SalinaPost.com. Here, Chapman leads Mulvane 27-23 as we get ready to start third quarter action. An 18-11, 7-point lead by Mulvane early on in the second quarter. Then Chapman came storming back on a 13-0 run. They eventually built a 7-point lead of their own. But right now, we are a two-possession game at halftime, 27-23. Devin Haney, Isaac Van Meter will take it through the second half here and see who gets to punch their ticket to the state tournament coming up starting next week. Callie Cook will draw the defensive assignment of Brittany Peschel to start this game here in the third quarter. Really nobody in desperate foul trouble right now. There's a couple of players in this game that have 2 fouls. Nobody has 3 or 4 yet. Here's a block inside. Rogers sends it back to the baseline as Schwenke tried to drive, and Rogers up top. That's got to be a half a dozen blocks already for Chapman protecting that rim.
Yeah, the first possession of the game was a block, and we've just seen quite a few of them since then. They're not letting anything slide anywhere near the rim, and I love to see it.
Here is a kick out left-hand side to Comer. She'll take a couple dribbles to the right. Now they'll kick it out for a three. Holman has it. That's no good. Bear with the rebound on the backside. Avery Bear grabs it. Now to Kirkpatrick, and Adeline turned around, threw that ball to Jay Rogers. I'm not sure why in that instance, but now a block by Avery Bear. Speaking of protecting the rim, Avery Bear blocks it and takes it away. Here comes the senior point guard up the floor. Now Josie Bear with it. She takes one dribble to the left, now needs help. She goes back to Avery Bear inside. No-look pass over the shoulder to Jay Rogers as she scores. Mouth wide open, tongue hanging out. Avery Bear drops another dime, and it's Rogers with the two. 29-23. Safe to say we are watching the all-time assist leader no matter how you slice it at Chapman history here. Isaac Van Meter, and another tap and a rebound by Adeline Kirkpatrick. Up the floor, Josie Bear to Rogers inside. Shot up and good. Jay Rogers has 10. 31-23, an 8-point Chapman lead and a great start to this third quarter. 90 seconds in. Mulvane with it. They float to the right. Peschel with an open look. That door closed quickly. Callie Cook got there, but boy, just a crack of daylight. Peschel will make you pay, and she got a three there to stop the early Chapman run here in the third quarter. Back to a 5-point game. 31-26. Long pass over to the far corner in front of the Chapman student body. Josie Bear will shake it off. Now get inside to Rogers. Her shot on the right-hand window won't go. Josie Bear in there battling, trying to get it back, and a tie-up, and the arrow will keep it towards Chapman. How about the no-look pass, flipping it over the left shoulder, Isaac, for Avery Bear that led Rogers into that layup?
I mean, that was incredible. I don't think I've ever seen anything like that in a high school game. That's stuff you see Nikola Jokic do in the pros. I mean, that was just ridiculous.
Here's a pass away from the defender that leads Rogers into another two-pointer. 6 quick points by Jay Rogers here in this third quarter to start out. She's in double digits with 12. 33-26. A three-pointer by Mulvane is no good. Ball springs free from a Wildcat into the hands of Rogers. Now a steal by Peschel. She's trying to save it, couldn't keep it in bounds. Callie Cook ends up with it for Chapman. Now over to Josie Bear on the right wing. She has a ball that's slapped to the Chapman bench, and it'll stay here with the Lady Irish. 5:24 left to play in the third. 7-point Chapman lead. I think both of these squads right now need a little bit of a breather. There's a lot of heavy breathing going on right now. This has been a high-tempo start to the second half. Avery Bear has it inbounds. She's holding. Takes a couple of steps back towards the logo. Now she'll float to the left. Get to the baseline. Shot up off the window. No good. Rogers' backside rebound goes up with contact. That ball no good. Kirkpatrick comes out of nowhere and saves it for Chapman. Now a ball kicked out of bounds by Mulvane. It will stay with the Lady Irish. And they got a reset of the shot clock on that initial attempt by Avery Bear, so 31 seconds on their shot clock. Bear with it, back down to Rogers. She muscles up a shot that takes 3, bounces off the rim, and falls in. Jay Rogers, 8 points in the quarter. 4:55 remaining here in the third. It's the biggest lead of the night for either squad. Chapman leads it by 9. 4:45 left to play. Here's a crossover by Peschel. She gets into the left-hand block, and they're going to call a blocking foul early, I believe, on Cook. We'll see what our friend Jason Gordon has to say. He does say it's on 0. It's on Callie Cook, and that is her first foul of the second half on Mulvane. Excuse me, on Chapman. First foul for either team. Kennedy Scholes back into the game. She will give a break to Callie Cook. Pass for Kenley Kendrick off the inbounds for the Wildcats. Now a backdoor cut, Peschel. She lost the ball. Bounced off her hands, picked up by Scholes. Here comes Avery Bear with it. Into traffic. Rogers, she gets it out of traffic. Puts a shot up, no good, and a foul called underneath. Jay Rogers will go to the free throw line. Some of these passes by Avery Bear, I don't know how they get through it. She is the definition of threading a needle.
I mean, she's got incredible court vision, and yeah, threading the needle, to say the least. She just sees things that we just simply can't.
Free throw up and good for Jay Rogers. That foul on Sophia Comer for Mulvane is her second. Second free throw on the way for Rogers. She got them both. Chapman is 5 of 6 from the free throw line. They have built an 11-point lead. 37-26, 4:20 left to go here in the third. Couple of dribbles to the left, now back to the right. Kirkpatrick and Scholes teaming up defensively here on the switch on Peschel. Now back in. For Mulvane, they play it back out. Peschel with a quick crossover, got to the short corner. Now she kicks it out for a three. That rattles off, no good. Rebound being fought for, and it's going to be controlled by Holman, who comes out to Brittany Peschel. Peschel now working on Scholes again. Scholes will take her all the way down to the left block, and Peschel couldn't get the layup to go, but the offensive rebound and the putback is taken in by Sophia Comer, and the freshman is fouled. She will go to the free throw line for a couple. 3:50 left to go, just under 4 minutes left to play here in the third quarter. Comer will step to the free throw line. She has 2 points. She scored a bucket in the second quarter. This is her first visit to the line. Free throw is up and good. See if Mulvane can get this down to a single-digit lead. They cannot. Second free throw misses. Mulvane is 2 of 4 from the free throw line. Rogers brings it up the floor to Josie Bear in the far corner. Little pick and roll opportunity. That ball high for Kirkpatrick, but Adeline able to keep it inbounds and save it from being a turnover. Here's Avery Bear now. She takes a couple of dribbles into the lane. Now to Kirkpatrick, who tried to bounce pass down low to Rogers, and the ball's going to be kicked, and it will stay here with Chapman. 13 seconds on the shot clock. Got a reset there, though, on the kick. Free throw here for Caitlin, or excuse me, a substitution for Caitlin Paul. She's coming in for Comer. Paul got that last second bucket right at the buzzer for Mulvane before the half. Here's Avery Bear in a trap. She gets out of it. Ball springs loose. Chapman picks it up. Here's Josie Bear for 3. That's no good. Look at Rogers on the backside working for the rebound. Now Scholes keeps it safe. She'll zip a pass right back through the defense to Josie Bear for 3. 2 3-pointers on the night for Josie Bear as Kennedy Scholes kept that one alive and was able to find the sharpshooting junior. And now a ball that's poked out of bounds by Chapman's defense. 3:08 left to go here in the third. Peschel set to inbounds. There's a ball that's smacked right back out where it came from by Rogers. Peschel will try it again. Just to the right of the Mulvane bench. She'll take the handoff after getting it inbounds to Holman. Peschel dancing up top. Scholes with her. Now a kick out. They swing it around to the right-hand side. Ends up with Kendrick. Now back into the hands of Holman. And a moving screen this time on Mulvane. Maybe it's just this end of the floor that these calls get made on.
Yeah, no, they haven't seen any of those on the east side of the floor, but they sure do on the west.
It was that way Tuesday as well.
Yep.
And that foul on Kylie Schwenke for Mulvane is her third. So she's the first player in this game with 3 fouls. As we go under 3 minutes left to go in the third. It's a 13-point Irish lead, 40-27. Josie Bear has it in the corner. Now she dribbles between a trap, gets it off to Kirkpatrick. Her shot is up, no good, but she was fouled, and she will go to the free throw line. Adeline Kirkpatrick. Addie really kept Chapman alive offensively early in this game. Remember, she had 6 points in a row, had a couple of free throws and a couple of shots that went down that kept Chapman afloat early on when Mulvane was shooting 3-pointers successfully early on in this contest. First free throw here, glances off to the left. Caitlin Paul collects the foul for Mulvane. That's her second. Second free throw by Kirkpatrick. She buries it. 2:40 left to go here in the third. 41-27. Chapman just continues to build that lead. And now a timeout called by Mulvane. It is a full timeout. We will take it as well as we step aside. Chapman having a very good third quarter. Mulvane wants to talk about it. Back with more here on the Salina Post Sports Network.
Looking to buy or sell your home? Make your next move with someone who knows the market, knows the community, and puts you first. Kirsten Day with Homefront Real Estate Group. Whether you're upsizing, downsizing, or searching for that perfect first home, Kirsten brings local expertise, strong communication, and a client-first approach that makes the process smooth and stress-free. Call Kirsten Day at Homefront Real Estate Group today, your trusted partner in finding the place you'll love to call home. Homefront Real Estate Group. Unlock your happy.
Tossed and Sauce Pizza is a proud supporter of all our area athletes. We want to wish them good luck this season. When headed to the game or an evening at home, stop in and see Tossed and Sauce Pizza at 306 Northwest 3rd in Abilene.
Back here in Chapman's District Gymnasium, Devin Haney, Isaac Van Meter. 2:33 left to go here. It's Class 4A. Sub-state championship action, the right to go to the state tournament. Last time Chapman was in the state tournament, it was that unfortunate year of 2020 when everybody was affected by COVID-19. You're just getting the tournaments underway around the state of Kansas, and then the plug was pulled and everybody was told to go home. And then we were just kind of wondering if softball, track, baseball were going to happen in the spring. So that was the last memory of state that the Lady Irish have. They want to go back there and see what a full tournament is like. Of course, that was 6 years ago already. Doesn't seem possible, but this Lady Irish squad seeing if they can seal the deal. Mulvane, of course, trying to get their ticket punched as they go inside, and an and-one opportunity. That is up and good by Holman. Juliana Holman scores the 2, and she will have a chance at a three-point play. Foul will go on Josie Bear. That is her first. Third team foul on Chapman. Each team has 3 team fouls with 2:17 left to go in the third quarter. Free throw is up. Three-point play cannot be completed. Rogers will clean up the rebound for Chapman. Mulvane 1 of 3 from the free throw line here in this quarter. And there's a ball that probably should have been intercepted by Holman. It goes out of bounds, though, off her hands, and it will be a reset here for Chapman. Rogers will inbound just to the left of her head coach, Jason Greider. 1-3-1 being applied right now by Mulvane. Little zone defense here by the Wildcats. Josie Bear tried to go inside to Rogers. That pass about a half a second too late. Going to be picked away by Peschel. Her layup attempt on the other end is no good. Rebound taken in by Adeline Kirkpatrick, and the ball swatted out of bounds. Will stay here with Chapman as they were trying to get the outlet there. Kirkpatrick to Avery Bear, and Mulvane the last to touch it. Kirkpatrick will come out. She'll get a break. Abigail Gaston in for Chapman. Also, Callie Cook returns. It's Gaston and Cook along with Kennedy Scholes, Avery Bear, and Jay Rogers. There's a trap up top. Bear passes through it. Skip pass over everything. Cook open from 3. That one's going to be short. Lanes in the half lap, though, of Gaston. Gaston underneath, surrounded by 3 Wildcats. Chapman gets the offensive rebound, plays it back out. Bear sips it inside, and it's up and good for Jay Rogers. Rogers having a big quarter. Most of her points coming off passes from Avery Bear. Back to a 14-point Chapman lead. 78 seconds left to go. Mulvane working it around. Chapman sticking in that man-to-man defense, and it's been good all night long. And now a foul called. This might be a foul. It was near the ball, but it was away from the ball on Avery Bear. I think Avery was trying to fight a little too hard to get through a screen. What'd you see there?
Yeah, I saw her fighting through that screen, and she may have just made a little bit too much contact there.
Just her first. Peschel gets the three-pointer. That is up, no good. Rebound underneath by Gaston. Boy, she muscled that rebound out. Here's a long pass. Rogers up the floor, left-hand side, and it goes in. That ball set on the rim and crawled home. Another connection between Avery Bear and Jay Rogers. How much fun are these two to watch, huh? 45 seconds left to play in the third. It's a 16-point Chapman advantage. Peschel trying to drive. Gaston hits the deck. No call there. We play through it. Mulvane just trying to get into some sort of offense here. Now they get the ball into Brittany Peschel's hands. She'll cross over, go to the right. Bounce pass stolen away by Rogers, but she traveled with it. Jay had a head full of steam when she took that ball away from Mulvane, and she just took an extra half step trying to get out of trouble. and they called her for a traveling violation. Avery Bear talking to the official about what he saw on that play, but it will stay here with Mulvane, and the shot clock is off. 24 seconds on the game clock. Jay Rogers has come out of the game. Coach Grider will use this and the break in between quarters to get his leading scorer some air. Mulvane set to inbound. Over the top of everybody. They will play it to Schwanke. Now a shot put up, no good. And a foul called underneath on Chapman. Boy, a couple of foul calls here, and a traveling call, I should say, and a foul call that Chapman doesn't like. But Isaac, what you want to be careful of if you're the Lady Irish is not getting involved too much psychologically with the officials. You have a 16-point lead right now.
Yeah, you don't want to talk to them too much. Maybe dispute something with them if you really feel like it was the wrong call. I could see that call going either way. Abigail was pretty far underneath the basket there, but there also was a ton of contact on that play, so it really could have gone either way.
Third foul on Gaston. Mulvane goes 1 of 2 from the free throw line. Now Chapman has the last say about it. 45-30, 12 seconds left to go here in the third. Callie Cook with the ball. Now it comes to the right. Josie Bear with it. There's a shot put up by Gaston that's good. And Abigail Gaston will get the last points of the third quarter. Her first field goal of the night, and Chapman will take their biggest lead into the fourth quarter. They lead at 47-30. Lady Irish basketball here on the Salina Post Sports Network. It's brought to you by Kirsten Day at Homefront Real Estate Group.
HVAC service in central Kansas than KVK Incorporated. Located in Woodbine, Kansas, KVK has been locally owned and family operated since 1996. They're certified York dealers that also have the expertise to work on any and all brands and models. KVK's iWave air purification system provides clean, safe air that's free of bacteria and viruses, as well as dirt, dust, pollen, and other allergens. All that without the use of chemicals. Call KVK Heating and Air Conditioning today and let their family help yours.
All right, here we go. Steve Z's Cars on the west side of Abilene. Yeah, Abilene Car Sales is the place that will save you lots of money.
Warmer weather is here at Abilene Car Sales. Lots of sunshine means it's time to spring into the fun. Abilene Car Sales is ready to help you find that perfect vehicle for summer fun. Add a reliable truck to pull that camper or boat. Perhaps upgrade your current ride to something a little more fuel-friendly. Stop by and save on Northwest 3rd or see our inventory, AbileneCarsales.com. And spring into fun.
Fourth quarter ready to launch here in Chapman. 47-30. Chapman leading. It's their biggest lead of the night. Jay Rogers and Avery Bear in that third quarter were sensational, Isaac. 14 points for Jay Rogers. She has 20 as we go into the fourth.
Yeah, I mean, there was nearly a flawless third quarter there. You rarely see a quarter with that little mistakes for a team, but that's just what happened for the Irish in that quarter. It was just a beautiful quarter of basketball, and I can only hope that they continue it into this fourth quarter.
Here's a poke and a takeaway. Chapman has it. Adeline Kirkpatrick took control of it for the Irish. Now on their offensive end, it's Scholes, Kirkpatrick, along with Avery Bear, Callie Cook, and Jay Rogers on the floor for Chapman. And a ball that was going out of bounds on one side of the lane. They tried to pass it through and get Avery Bear on the other side of the lane, and that ball was never really controlled by the Lady Irish, and it's a turnover for Chapman. It will be their first of the quarter, third of the half. 7:20 left to go. Let's see what Mulvane has up their sleeve here, working against this Chapman man-to-man defense. Scholes again all over Brittany Peschel. Peschel will go baseline. Scholes there to shut her off, force her back to the middle. Fadeaway shot is up, no good. Ball out of bounds. It's off of Avery Bear, her last touch, and it will stay here with the Wildcats. 47-30, our score. Mulvane will have it underneath their own basket. The inbound to Peschel. Brittany Peschel got off to a sensational start in this game. She had 13 first quarter points. And now a turnover. Mulvane trying a little pick and roll action there towards the baseline, and it's their second turnover of the quarter. So Peschel scores 13 in the first quarter. She has only scored 6 since.
Yeah, she's been pretty quiet lately, and I think that's pretty much all thanks to Kennedy Schultz. I mean, she started off very hot, and they took that into the locker room and said, hey, we got to slow her down, and that's exactly what they've done.
Here's a ball, I believe it was intended for Adeline Kirkpatrick, but it goes through traffic and ends up with who else? Jay Rogers down low on the right-hand side, and she is fouled. She'll go to the free throw line. First free throw is up, and it's good. 21 points for Jay Rogers. We talked about it on Tuesday during the broadcast. This junior, Jay Rogers for Chapman, she spent most of last season playing point guard. Coach Grider comes in, moves her down low, and it's been nothing but success. She gets both of those free throws to go down. 22 points. Chapman leading by 19, 49-30. We're a minute and a half into the fourth quarter. 6:30 left to go in this game. Peschel to the right-hand side. Here's a drive and another shot blocked by Avery Bear. You look at what Avery Bear and Jay Rogers do, and they're two totally opposite players, but they just live on athleticism.
When those two get going, I mean, there's really not much you can do as the opposing team. This whole team runs as an engine, and there's not a lot of teams out there that can stop them when they get firing on all cylinders.
Avery Bear might finish the night with as many blocks as what she has assists, and that's saying something. There's Peschel on a nice drive, knifing through a couple of Irish defenders for two. Here's a full court pass up the floor. Kirkpatrick tried to put it in reverse and get it, and now a rebound. That's in a dual possession. The arrow will have to break that tie, and it will stay with Chapman. 6:04 remains. Rogers will inbound underneath. Time for a little baseline offense here out of the book of Coach Jason Grider. Bear inside to Kirkpatrick. Little 12-foot jumper up and good. Adeline Kirkpatrick has 9. 5:54 left to go. This teetering on a 20-point game once again. Chapman leading by 19, 51-32. Boy, that Chapman man-to-man defense has been good all night long. Give everybody credit on this Chapman staff and who has hit the floor for the Lady Irish. They are really good defensively in this game. There's a drive, and they're going to leave it off in the corner. And now a ball that goes out of bounds. And Mulvane will have it with 5 seconds on the clock. Kendrick that time had it poked away as she went driving baseline. Peschel will inbound it with 5 seconds on the shot clock. Little lob pass inside. Turnaround shot is up and good. And Schwenke scores down low. 6 points for Kylie Schwenke. Here's Kirkpatrick. Her and Kennedy Scholes had a 2-on-1. Kirkpatrick put it across the paint, and it went out of bounds. Jason Grider telling his squad to calm down, big lead, work some clock. 51-34, 5:10 left to go here in this one. Kendrick with the basketball. Now over to the right to Holman. Holman back to Peschel up top. She'll take 2 dribbles to the left. Let a three-pointer fly, and she got it. Brittany Peschel, another three-pointer. It's her second one of the half. She has 5 of them in the game. Rogers dribbling out top was ran into by a Wildcat. And now Peschel with her hand on the waist of Avery Bear, and Bear slaps that down. Officials let him play through it. 4:38 left to go. Bear along the baseline with a drive. Out to Callie Cook for 3. Count it. Callie Cook has come alive offensively for Chapman. She has 3 three-pointers in this game. Back to a 17-point Irish lead. Peschel wants to drive, and she'll be knocked to the floor. This will be Scholes or Cook. Either way, it's somebody got their second foul. They will call it on Kennedy Scholes. That is her second, as I said. First team foul for Chapman here in this fourth quarter, as we are almost halfway through the period already. Excuse me, I apologize. That is actually Kennedy Scholes' third foul. So Gaston and Scholes off the bench for Chapman, each have 3. Free throw by Peschel's up and no good. Peschel so far tonight, 1 of 3 from the free throw line. She has 24 points. 24 of Mulvane's 37. Peschel's second free throw, up and good. And a timeout will be called by the Wildcats. It is a 30-second timeout. Chance for us to remind you that Lady Irish basketball brought to you on the Salina Post Sports Network tonight by Kirsten Day, Homefront Real Estate Group. Kirsten is your trusted partner in finding the place you'll love to call home. Also, Tossed and Sauce, Abilene, pizza, wings, salads, and pasta. Find your new favorites at Tossed and Sauced in downtown Abilene. Keating Chiropractic in Junction City and Manhattan. Chiropractic care, corrective exercises, acupuncture, and more. They treat all ages. Whether it's an athletic injury, maybe Isaac's sore from track practice, he can go see Keating Chiropractic and get some treatment. They are open 6 days a week, including 8 a.m. to noon in Junction City. 54-38, our score. Chapman leading, 4:14 left to go here in this fourth quarter. These two teams fighting to go to the state tournament in Class 4A next week. Full court pressure, stolen away. Mulvane takes it. Out to Brittany Peschel, step back three. Off the front of the rim, no good. Rogers gets the rebound and plays it out to Avery Bear. Boy, a big opportunity there for Mulvane. Now they have another one. Avery Bear lost it. It's taken away by Holman. Holman has her shot blocked and it goes out of bounds. And it will stay here, they're going to say. Crowds on each side thinking it should be their ball. The two officials are going to get together, and it'll stay with Mulvane. Here's a poke now. Kennedy Scholes pokes it away. It goes into the backcourt, and they're going to have to call backcourt because the ball was controlled before it went across the line. And I know right now Nicole Peschel is saying that it was not. It was really, really close.
Yeah, no, that was pretty controversial right there. There was a lot of contact on that fast break with Avery, but they decided not to call it. I can see where the Mulvane crowd is coming from in that instance, but they've been a tough refereeing crew all night, and they just didn't call it. And it's just how it's gonna have to be.
Well, and we see this a lot in the postseason. We get to this time of year, last thing you want is a lot of whistles kind of impacting the game. Officials, good crews anyway, will let the girls play. They'll let the guys play. They'll let them just kind of decide it on the court, so to speak. Nothing is malicious either way. It makes for better basketball, and that's what you see when you get to the postseason. You have to be ready to adapt to that, right?
Correct.
54-38. Chapman, they work it off to the right-hand side on the wing to Avery Baird, trying to run that pick and roll. Rogers, though, could never get open. They go back the other way to Scholes. Her layup left long. Now a Mulvane player with a rebound falls down, and a traveling violation will be issued to Mulvane, and the ball will stay right here with Chapman as Sophia Comer could not keep her feet underneath her. Right back to the scorer's table comes Caitlin Paul. She'll replace Comer. 3:28 left to play. Jay Rogers set to inbound. She's underneath the basket. And a timeout called by Jason Grider. He saw that they were really close to getting maybe a 5-second count there on that inbound. So Jason Grider will call a timeout. So full timeout, we will step aside. Back with more basketball. 3:28 left to go. Chapman leads at 54-38.
Find better HVAC service in central Kansas than KVK Incorporated. Located in Woodbine, Kansas, KVK has been locally owned and family operated since 1996. They're certified York dealers that also have the expertise to work on any and all brands and models. KVK's iWave air purification system provides clean, safe air that's free of bacteria and viruses, as well as dirt, dust, pollen, and other allergens. All that without the use of chemicals. Call KVK Heating and Air Conditioning today and let their family help yours.
All right, here we go. Steve Z's Cars on the west side of Abilene. Yeah, Abilene Car Sales is the place that will save you lots of money.
Warmer weather is here at Abilene Car Sales. Lots of sunshine means it's time to spring into the fun. Abilene Car Sales is ready to help you find that perfect vehicle for summer fun. Add a reliable truck to pull that camper or boat. Perhaps upgrade your current ride to something a little more fuel-friendly. Stop by and save on Northwest 3rd or see our inventory, AbileneCarsales.com, and spring into fun.
Chapman on the inbounds as we are back to action. Rogers to Bear, back into Rogers. Shot up, won't go. Free throws coming up, though, as Jay Rogers is fouled. Just an isolation play there by Coach Grider, Isaac. He put his two best players on the right-hand side of the floor that have been shredding this Mulvane defense, and they end up with free throws.
Yeah, they're just a dynamic duo. Avery's going to hit Jay down low every single time she gets the opportunity to, and that's exactly what we just saw there.
And it doesn't happen very often because Rogers is so good around the rim, but if they were to double team her, Avery more incapable of hitting that three.
Yeah, exactly, or just hitting somebody else. I mean, she has that type of court vision.
Foul down low on Caitlin Paul is her throw. Rogers makes both of the free throws. She is 4 of 4 from the free throw line here in this fourth quarter. She's 6 of 6 for the game. 3:16 left to play. 56-38. Chapman leading by 18. It is Scholes, Kirkpatrick, Avery Bear, along with Josie Bear and Jay Rogers. Near steal by Kennedy Scholes. It goes off a Mulvane player and out of bounds. Chapman's ball. The Kennedy Scholes effect is still in play for Chapman defensively. Caitlin Paul will come back into the game. Maybe some defense for offense here for Mulvane on the substitution pattern. Rogers set to inbound. She'll go to Avery Bear. Three-quarter court away. Working one-on-one now with Juliana Holman. Bear works her way back to the middle. Now to Rogers. Under 3 minutes left to go. Rogers wants to drive. She'll elevate. Put it up. That's no good. Kirkpatrick on the backside. Had her shot partially blocked from behind. Loose ball goes right out to Avery Bear, who was just waiting on it. Avery now will take it back out near the timeline on the logo. She'll play it left-hand side to Josie Bear. And a foul called over there. A body check on Josie Bear. Or excuse me, against Josie Bear. The foul on Mulvane will be their 4th team foul. And it's on Brittany Peschel, her 3rd. .238 remaining. Sophia Comer back into the game. Rogers trying to get it in. She finds Adeline Kirkpatrick, middle of the floor. Kirkpatrick starts going to the right. Now retreats, comes back, plays it to Rogers. Rogers standing with her heels on the logo. Chapman using this clock to their advantage. Double-digit lead. Underhand pass to Scholes. Kennedy wants to drive. Tried to pass it across to Josie Bear. It's deflected, ends up out top with Avery Bear. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Avery Bear, bounce pass inside. Jay Rogers scores! That pass from Avery Bear was a blind bounce pass around the defender, and Jay Rogers was wide open down low. There's Peschel driving and scooping. Can't get that shot to go down. Inside 2 minutes left to go. Chapman leading by 20. And now a foul on Peschel as she gets tangled up with Avery Bear. That is 4 fouls on Brittany Peschel. She's the first one in this game to collect 4 fouls. More importantly for Mulvane, that puts them over the limit. Avery Bear will step to the free throw line. First free throw's up and in. 4 points for Avery Bear. She hit a 3. That's her only points before this free throw trip. That came back in that flurry where Chapman was able to hit 3 threes coming down the floor. Second free throw also good by the southpaw. 5 points for Avery Bear. 22-point lead, 60-38. Peschel with a complete 360, puts a shot up, goes out of bounds. 1:42 remaining. If you're the Chapman crowd, you can kind of feel it now, right, Isaac? You're going to start making plans to watch more basketball next week.
Yep, everybody's already calling on their rides of who they want to take them to Topeka next week.
Assumingly, that's where it's going to go. We've heard rumors. Of course, we don't know with the state. There are 2 sites being used in Salina. But we'll see how they distribute everybody. There is not designated sites for the quarterfinals. Here's a give and go. Bear to Rogers again. 28 points for Jay Rogers. Her career high happened earlier this season. She had 31. 1:14 left to go. There's a drive by Peschel. She's fouled as she gets to the right-hand side of the cup. And now she will go to the free throw line with 1:04 remaining. The foul on Adeline Kirkpatrick for Chapman. That's her 3rd. We do know that the 4A championship will be in Hutchinson at the Sports Arena. 4A and 3A this year, both in Hutch. Peschel's free throw is up and good. And as they say with state brackets, after tomorrow's all done, because we still have more games going on tomorrow, wait and see from Keisha. Rogers comes out, Kennedy Scholes comes out. Crowd goes nuts. Second free throw by Peschel is good. 62-40. Brittany Peschel now will come out of the game. Abigail Gaston is checked in for Chapman. Also Faith Gentry into the game. Ivy Beck returns. They're out there with Kirkpatrick and Avery Bear. Bear got herself to the baseline. Lost her dribble, now she needs help. Here's Kirkpatrick to come help her out, and the timeout will be called by Jason Grider. Chance to remind you our great community sponsors that jumped on board helping us bring you this game here tonight. Of course, Kirsten Day, Homefront Real Estate Group, along with USD 473 Chapman Schools, KBK Heating and Cooling in Woodbine, also the Aid Station Pub and Pizza in Chapman, Amanda West Agency of State Farm in Abilene, Keating Chiropractic with offices in Junction City and Manhattan, along with Tossed and Sauced. Pizza, wings, salads, and pasta, Tossed and Sauced in downtown Abilene. Also, of course, Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine. Been a busy week on Salina Post. We have more action for you tomorrow. We will have 2 games with live streaming video. We will have the Southeast Upsilling girls as they play for a 3A championship. They will be in Haven, and they will play in Haven against the Heston Lady Swathers. And then the Sacred Heart boys in Class 2A will play tomorrow. They will play against Wichita Classical at Breen Academy in Elby, Kansas. 50 seconds left to go here. 62-40 is our score. Chapman just looking to put this one away. Avery Bear will hold it. 15 seconds on the shot clock. She'll go to the left. Ivy Beck has it on the left wing. Screen there by Kirkpatrick. Now they swing it around Gaston. Now Avery Bear for 3. That one caught the corner of the backboard, but it's going to be rebounded by Ivy Beck. Shot clock running out. They need to get rid of it. Bear knows it hit the rim. It's going to be rebounded down low by Faith Gentry. So Chapman can keep it now and dribble it out. The shot clock is off. Boy, what a rebound there by Faith Gentry to put this one on ice. Chapman now can just dribble it out and take a foul if Mulvane wants to do that. And they don't. Chapman's going to win it. And for the first time since 2020, the Chapman Lady Irish are going to go back to the state tournament in Class 4A. Tonight, it's a 62-40 victory over the Mulvane Wildcats, and Chapman gets the victory. Coming from down 7 to coming back and winning this game. Your final thoughts before you take off, my friend?
I mean, the second half was just something to brag about. I mean, that was an incredible second half. You couldn't have asked for anything better than that. That was probably the best I've seen them play as a team in the entire season. I mean, just nothing to hold their heads down about. And Mulvane, they're a great team. They had a great season, but unfortunately, the Irish just played better in this matchup.
Thank you, sir. Go join your friends. We will keep it here for a postgame 62-40, our final scores. We tally stats and everything. Right now, Chapman, boy, they were just kind of bulletproof in that second half. They came out and got a great start to the third quarter, and Wade took what was a 4-point lead at halftime. They expanded that up to 8 right away, and that lead just kept on growing. They led by 17 at the end of the third, and they did tonight what they also did to Rose Hill on Tuesday night, and that was put the clamps down in the third quarter. They gave up just 4 points in the third quarter against Rose Hill on Tuesday night. Tonight, they only give up 7 points in the third quarter to the Mulvane Wildcats. And what a performance it was by Brittany Peschel, the sophomore for Mulvane, but it just wasn't enough as she finishes tonight with 27 points. 62-40, our final score. Let's go over final numbers for you. For the Chapman Lady Irish, the leading scorer in tonight's game, Jay Rogers, 28 points for Jay Rogers, the junior tonight, leading the Lady Irish once again. Most of it, as we said, just two-person work with her and Avery Bear. Bear ends up with 5 tonight, but she also became the single-season leader in assist in Chapman history. She also has the career assist mark in Chapman school history as well. Jay Rogers with 28, 9 points for Callie Cook, who had 3 crucial threes. Adeline Kirkpatrick with 9, 6 points for Josie Bear, 5 points for Avery Bear, 3 points for Abigail Gaston, and 2 for Kennedy Scholes, who was sensational tonight on defense. For Mulvane, 27 out of Brittany Peschel, 6 points for Kylie Schwenke, 3 points for Sophia Quilmer, 2 for Juliana Holman, and 2 for Caitlin Paul. Chapman tonight, 12 of 14 from the free throw line. They were really good from the stripe. As I said, 6 of 6 in the fourth quarter. Mulvane was 6 out of 11. And the final turnover numbers for you, 13 turnovers for Mulvane, 13 turnovers for the Lady Irish. But it's a Chapman victory as they move on to the state tournament with their 16th win of the season. They finish at 16-9. Mulvane has their season ended with their 10th loss at 15-10. I want to thank you for joining us for the Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Game of the Week here from Chapman. It was presented tonight by Kirsten Day at Homefront Real Estate Group, Trey Tolley on live stream video, also Isaac Van Meter. My name is Devin Haney saying thank you for joining us. We'll have more basketball for you tomorrow with the Southeast Upselling girls traveling to Haven to try to get their ticket punched in Class 3A as they play the Heston Lady Swathers. Also, the Sacred Heart boys will play tomorrow against Wichita Classical, trying to qualify for the Class 2A boys tournament. Here tonight, though, from Chapman, it's the Lady Irish returning to state for the first time since 2020. 62-40, our final score. Chapman wins it right here on the Salina Post Sports Network.